Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! News, where the news comes last and the weather comes later. An update for the adjusted list for Dueling Network, because yes, this was revealed on February 3rd, and it was going to take effect on February 8th, which is yesterday, because I've already uploaded, I'm recording this on the 8th, but I've already uploaded my video for today, so I'm uploading this on the 9th. How is this going to affect Dueling Network? This is the thing. Dueling Network has rated and unrated. And then, obviously both are advanced. And advanced follows the Forbidden and Limited list. But how is it going to follow the adjusted list? The thing is, about the adjusted list is, as it says here, it's for sanction event at all levels, to championship levels all the way down to local tournaments. It's high-level tournaments. And rated isn't necessarily a tournament, because you can just keep playing in it. It's not just win 6 times and you're champion, or win 15 times and you're champion. You just keep on playing. At the same time, they don't want to. It's also for duelists that play their friends out of school or wherever their duel might take them, which is also possible in rated. So in that sense, I didn't expect it to affect rated. I expected tournaments like the YCS, like the DNYCS, and a few other major Dueling Network tournaments to be affected by the list. However, I was wrong, because I knew this, and this is where I already thought, maybe Dueling Network isn't just a simulator for Yu-Gi-Oh! It is a tournament simulator, sort of. It simulates tournament play. I never really looked too much into that because it was never important. However, there is an explanation now. I'm going to read that out to you, an update from Head Administrator Dan. Hello members, as many of you are aware, Konami has a new list for us to play in there, but this one is rather unique. They call this the adjusted list, which can be found here, which was the page that I just showed you. As you can read in the link, this only applies to more major events. The question many of you have been asking us, will we be using this on Dueling Network? And the simple answer is, yes, we are going to implement the list. The more complicated question is how. We've always viewed our rated pool as being one long YCS event that ends when the format does and starts when the next format begins. We consider this a Tier 2 event and therefore plan to implement the list. But only in the rated pool. In advanced unrated duels, you will not be affected by this list. We're also not going to reset the ratings, as this format, and therefore this event, hasn't ended yet. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment in this thread and we'll do Yeah. So, rated and unrated use a different list. It's only 6 cards, like Plushfire, Damn-Jacob, Ptolemaeus, the Forbidden, and Skullcrumper, Joker, Monkey Boy, Dragon Slayer Limited. But it's different. I still expect the YCSs and stuff to use the list as well, because it's a major part of Dueling Network. It's even bigger than rated, so they should use it, I expect. We just can't play them in rated, we play them in unrated, but then we can just make sure that this is the list, with screenshots we can prove that. So yeah, it is indeed, Dueling Network does simulate tournament play to a certain extent, a little bit more than I thought, because as I said, I never really looked too far into it, which means it is going to use this adjusted list in rated. However, to have the play at friend's house, school, wherever the dueling might take them, would still use the advanced list, but just not with these hits. That's unrated. Still advanced unrated, because you don't want to force them into, let's say, traditional to use them. Although to use Plushfire at 3, you'd even have to go into unlimited, and sure, you could say current lists, no forbidden cards, but it's a lot easier in unrated, which actually has been chosen to go for. So, yeah. Rated, you can expect less performance pals. In unrated, these things are still at 3. So, for example, Luster Pendulum the Dragon Slayer is at 3 in my Counter Fairy decks, and as long as it's not actually hit by the true Forbidden Limited list, I'm going to keep that at 3, and I can just only use the deck in unrated, not in rated. I think I have Ptolemaeus in a few decks, so that's about it. Damage Juggler as well in 1 or 2. I just can't use them in rated anymore. I can use them in unrated just fine. Alright, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! News for today. I will see you in tomorrow's daily Yu-Gi-Oh! video. Goodbye.